What up, guys? It's another fucking week of football. Dude, I don't know who's good anymore. I've lost all sense of up and down in this season. I don't know why I even have a podcast on the NFL anymore. I'm not going to be able to give you good advice. I don't know what's good anymore. I guess with that, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm good.
Hell yeah. What up, Charles? How you feeling? Sammy, he probably still cooking. And I'm pretty sure Cody's effing his bear. Don't worry, our cast will figure it out as we get going. It's a slow start to our cast tonight. We're missing a couple people, but it's cool. We keep pressing. There's a couple news stories that we gotta go over.
Did we go over what happened with Butt Fumble?
Yeah, that was last week.
Damn, I missed it.
So, veteran Eagles edge rusher Zadarius Smith has retired. He retired on Monday morning last week. He only had, I think, 1 year on his deal for $4.25 million or $4.25 million. So, not a whole lot left on that deal. Kind of a quick departure right after getting killed by the Giants, but all right, it is what it is.
Rage quit.
Titans fired head coach Brian Callahan.
That was bound to happen.
Callahan had,
you know what? Actually, there you go. My mic actually wasn't that great either. It's just levels of fucking podcast here. You know, you think by now you're like 2, 3, halfway through the season almost. I get all this shit figured out, but you know, here we fucking are. One dude's new AFK, the other guy's playing video games. At least he's fucking here, and then the host fucking muted almost. He's technically not muted. I can hear his struggles, but you know, his mic took a shit.
Am I better?
Oh my god, he's back! I don't have to fucking stall this program anymore with a rant.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's back. It only took like 10 minutes into this program to fucking get our shit together.
No, what are you talking about? Andy was hearing me fine.
Oh no, Andy was playing video games, bro. Andy's fucking not paying attention.
Oh, he said in the conversation.
No, he said rage quit to the Zadarius Smith retiring thing.
I even asked about Butt Fumble. Like, come on, bro.
No, I heard you. I heard you, bro. I heard you. I just couldn't hear Monkey. Monkey was like,
dude.
my little tiny voices, you know, in my head or some shit.
Listen.
I'm about to host the rest of this program.
Oh my god. Well, it's all right. We're back. All right. Let me get to Brian Callahan had gotten fired. He was on a 1-5 start in Tennessee. His career with Tennessee over 2 seasons is 4-19. So I mean, when you only have 4 wins for 2 years, I don't think it really takes much to fire a guy. Unless you're the Dolphins, then it takes fucking forever. But you know, a lot of people are arguing that Cam Ward got him fired, and even if he did, so what? That's all I got to say to that. Cam Ward deserves a good shot at development. He's a good quarterback. God damn it. I don't feel like this is fair. I mean, I get it. Tennessee sucks and all, but the play calling's rough over there. Like, super fucking rough. We had a skirmish at the end of the Kansas City game between Brian Branch and Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm pretty sure everybody saw the pictures of Juju getting yoked up. Branch is going to get suspended for a game for that fight.
That's an expensive punch.
Yep. And then well, I'll get to the Tua thing when we get to that game because it's a bunch of drama over there. So as far as
usual,
as far as injuries are concerned, I'm sorry for a lot of you.
Everyone on the Bills.
Literally, I'm sorry for all of you. Marvin Harrison is in concussion protocol, questionable. Kyler Murray has a Liz Frank variant type of injury to his foot.
Sure.
And
The week that Battlefield 6 comes out. Sure.
likely to miss multiple weeks.
Battlefield time, baby.
Lamar
this is Kyler Murray we were talking about, so yeah, he has a point.
In Baltimore, Lamar Jackson and Roquan Smith are both out with hamstrings right now. Are planning a Week 8 return after
God
the
damn it,
bye.
I gotta go another week without Jackson? Fuck me.
Burrow is still on IR. Jaceki,
Oh, he's never coming back.
he has a pectoral issue. He's day-to-day, likely to miss multiple weeks. And Trey Hendrickson has a back issue, and he's questionable for next week. In Cleveland, tight end David Njoku has an issue with his knee. When I wrote these notes, he was waiting MRI. I don't know if that's been developed yet, but he's definitely out. CeeDee Lamb is probable next week with his ankle injury. Funny injury report in Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson broke his eye socket, his orbital bone, in practice off his own, what was it, his tight end, I think it was. Don't know how that happened. Don't know what the circumstances are that you're eating your tight end's helmet or whatever caused the orbital bone fracture, but he's on IR now. Not like it matters because Indiana Jones is there. Brock Bowers has a knee issue and he's doubtful. They're looking at week 9 for him. Sorry. What do you call it? Amarian Hampton still on IR. Puka Nakua. Damn. Sorry, y'all. It's looking like Nakua is going to be out next week, and it may be multiple with him, but he's definitely doubtful for next week. What do you call it? Garrett Wilson, knee day-to-day, likely to miss multiple weeks. Brock Purdy, turf toe, questionable for this week. He is trying to come back. George Kittle, hamstring, is looking at a week 7 return, so he might be coming back this week.
Thank God.
I'm so sorry for these guys, bro. You guys have been looking like geniuses ever since you picked them up on waiver in week 2, but now it looks like the game's over. Emeka Egbuka, hamstring, day-to-day, likely to miss multiple weeks.
So day-to-day, but likely to miss multiple weeks is fucking wild statement.
Yeah, they don't have an official hammered down timetable on that, but they're eyeing the situation, but the expectation is multiple weeks. Calvin Ridley is questionable next week with a hamstring injury. And then as far as no, Matt Milano's done. He's back. He's back in lineups. I don't think anybody else has been added to. No. Let me not lie. Fred Warner has been added to the out for season list with a broken and fractured ankle at the same time. Don't know how that works out, but he fucked his foot up.
Yeah, it was not great.
He joins a ever-growing list of fucking people that I'm pretty sure pissed off are gone for the year. I know I didn't make mention of it. Tyreek Hill and Malik Neighbors were added to this list a couple weeks ago when we were on
Yeah,
break.
I know.
Yeah, and
They were both on my fucking.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it live. He was so happy.
Andy, how you doing about that?
Listen, I tried to recover. I tried, and then you know what happened? Tutu Atwell happened.
Oh man. Okay, we'll get to that. Let's get to the games. The games this week were
Amazing.
amazing. Yeah, this was a really good week of football. Game of the week is going to be Eagles 17 at Giants 34. Congratulations, because that was a split poll. I thought the other game was going to win at first, but everybody woke up. Fantasy player of the game is Cam Scatabo, CTE man. 31 points, 98 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 receptions, and 12 yards. Dude. The Exciting Whites! The New York Exciting Whites. They're back. They're back. They have this pair of fucking exciting whites at cornerback and running back. There's a fucking Cam Scatabo's a little fucking midget that you can't tackle. The team's just overall fun to watch.
And let me just say too, like the Giants haven't been good, just like the Jets in like forever. So like their fan base, they fucking inject this into their fucking blood. Like this is some historic shit right here.
I read somewhere Cam Scatabo's gonna have a fucking giant deli sandwich named after him.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't happened already.
With like 8 different fucking meats.
Also, Thursday night games have been fucking hard.
Yeah, you know how last year I was gonna make something mention of that last week too. You know how last year fucking Thursday nights sucked?
Yeah, like it was like keep your plans, bro. You're missing shit.
This year, dude. This year it's been all gas, no brakes on Thursdays. But having said that, got to talk about Philly, dude.
Philly fucked, bro.
I'm gonna talk about it more later, but that offense has got problems. Like the defense, I almost want to forgive because the Giants have found new weapons. They haven't been figured out yet. Jackson Dart's new. Cam Scatabo's new. They haven't been figured out yet. They just lost to Darius Smith. But the offense over there in Philly, man, is just really not doing anything. Saquon's not running. A.J. Brown's not catching the ball. Jalen Hurts ain't throwing the ball. Devontae Smith has been fucking non-existent all year. It's really, really tough to watch the Super Bowl champions losing games in this manner back to back. And then on top of that, the games that they won, it doesn't even look like they were supposed to win on the box.
Yep. Yeah, they've been looking sloppy. We'd love to see it.
If they don't get this shit together soon, dude, they're gonna fucking find out that division is not playing around with them. Really, really fun game to watch, though. Jackson Dart, man, he's got a future. That kid looks fucking fun. You saw him fucking high-fiving that referee. By the way, no. Do not believe the rumors he did not get fined for the high five. Should he have? I don't know. But, no, he did not get fined for touching the referee, getting a high five, all that shit. However, there was this little bit of a moment in the medical tent. I think Jackson Dart's got this whole if he doesn't figure it out quickly, he's gonna find out what Tua figured out. Concussion.
Oh
suck.
yeah, he does. That man is like, I'm gonna go for the 2 yards. He doesn't give a fuck. He's an animal. But remember, not everyone's built like Tua, so like not everyone's charm and soft.
So he got knocked out in one of the things, and I mean knocked out is a really he wasn't unconscious or anything, but he took a decent hit to the cheek. He got basically ear hold. They went into the medical tent. Russell Wilson threw one pass.
Oh my god, dude, that was the funniest thing, bro. Coach is like, I've seen enough. Please get back in there. I don't care how messed up you are. I cannot. He's like, my job. Dable's like, I just survived my job. Like, you cannot put that man on the field again.
Dable went into the fucking tent like, I don't care.
Out there, like right now. Like,
I don't care how much his brain is. You put this kid back out there now. It's either this or the gospel guy, and dude, please. I think Dable got a talking to. I don't know if he got fined officially, but I know he got a talking to, and that was a big.
Wait, for what? For going in the tent?
For going in the tent.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, the league does.
Bro, are you done yet? Like,
the league does not like that. Apparently. The league wants you to stay the fuck out of the tent. Other than that, man, really fun game. I think the Giants are back. I want to see. I'm not fully set yet until I see, because I'm having this issue with the Eagles that I'll get to later. I want to see another couple of wins like this. But dude, if they can keep rolling like this, Jackson Darts, Cam Scatterbo, listen, it might be the most exciting 2 years of football for those guys' careers, but what a thing to look forward to, All right, let's get to Atlanta. Yeah. On Monday Night Football. By the way, before I go.
Whoa. I think... Let's go through the Sunday games and wrap up back to Monday.
Wait, before I go to the next game, I just want to say, go home, you're drunk. Hit for me.
It did.
Yes. Just we're back. We're back, which means you fucking teams better watch your asses. If I put you on the go home, you're drunk, it's not good. It's like a death note. Might go home, you're drunk. All right. I mean, we could if you want to. I was just going by,
I just feel like I have so much to say about that game,
I was going by the poll, but we can move into Monday if you want. I can just start from the bottom of the list and work my way up.
Let's leave the Monday event for last, because they really deserve a long spotlight.
All right, so. We'll go with this game instead. Cardinals 27 at Colts 31. Indiana Jones doing it again. Fantasy player of the game, Jonathan Taylor, 24 points, 123 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, and 4 receptions for 14 yards. This was a very exciting game. Went down to the wire. I think Murray didn't play this game, so we had the potential Jacoby Brissett game, revenge game with the Colts, but that wouldn't come to pass. Jacoby threw for 320 yards, but he did throw a pick in those 320 yards. He did have 2 touchdowns, however. Decently played game by Jacoby. A lot of really nice late game touchdowns, dude. I'm not gonna lie here. But
fantasy points.
But again, dude, when it comes to these Colts, dude, I mean, Indy didn't even play that great of a game, but he doesn't need to when you got Jonathan fucking Taylor toting the rock. Indy shit, yeah, dude, 22 for 30, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception on him too. So I mean, technically, Jacoby played the better game, but when you got fucking Jonathan Taylor for 123 yards and fucking Bam Knight only for 34, I mean, that's a big fucking. And there was the timing of the interceptions too. The interception for Jacoby came at a really fucking piss poor time. Overall, dude, really fun game to watch. I really do believe in the Colts right now. I know the Cardinals are, they're the Cardinals, but the Colts have been playing some pretty fucking good games. I know it's kind of early. I know we're only like a third of the way into the season. But I got these guys right now, at least. They might be in the championship, dude. If they can keep this up. Now, still a lot of football to be played. On the other side, dude, I don't know what we're doing with Arizona. I don't know what can be. I know Marvin Harrison needs to figure out why the fuck he's named Marvin Harrison. Like, I feel like we should sue his dad for false advertisement, but I haven't figured out the legal way to do it yet. But I feel like if you put Marvin Harrison on a human being, that human being should be able to catch footballs, and it's just not happening, and I don't understand why. Granted, Jacoby was his quarterback, but he wasn't catching them with Kyler either. A lot of work to be done in fucking Arizona, dude. I can't begin. Like, the defense doesn't fucking play late. The offensive line's kind of a mess. The only really standout players are like Zay and Trey over there. And the run game non-existent, bro. Like they hoping for the best with Arizona, but I feel like this is going to be a team that finishes in the middle of the fucking pack. Shit draft position. The whole nine. Yeah, that's my take. You got anything on this round?
No, this game I saw a good bit of it, but like not a very interesting game. Like, you got the backup QB, and I don't know. I feel like the Colts could have won by more, honestly. But
Jacoby Brissett revenge game, dude. He was trying. Chargers 29 at Dolphins 27.
I know there were so many Dolphins fans that really thought. Like, dread it, run from it, destiny still arrives, bro. Like, it was just the most fucking classic of classics. With the cherry on top, too, by the way.
Well,
funny.
What I find funny about the whole thing was, like, Tua had thrown a pick, like, on the first play of the game, which is just the most amazing start to a football game.
Yeah, no, we all came full circle that game. It was actually fucking fantastic.
We got some decent football from both teams. Darren Waller fucking catches a pass late. We get to a point in the fucking game, though, after, first off, I have to say, before we get to the cinema finish, I don't know I don't know whose decision it was to kick a 68, 69 yard field goal from fucking the logo and shit. But maybe run that in practice first, because that's how everybody gets the idea to kick a 67-yard field goal, is they practice it a bunch of times. I don't remember seeing that kid at all lining up at the logo trying to kick field goals before this game. For them to have the audacity to even have attempted a fucking field goal kick like that and then have it come and bite them later, when all they really needed to do was just punt the fucking ball. Like, there was no reason for it. It was like 10 minutes left in the second, and we're doing stupid shit like that. I never understood that. But whatever. Miami Dolphins, Mike McDaniel, genius coaching. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. We get to a point in the game. We get fucking that Darren Waller touchdown. We go back up after fucking having our lead erased. Dolphins can't play defense for less than a fucking minute. Less than a fucking minute, sir. It was 45 seconds starting that drive. They had the whole field to go. They started at the 20.
Yeah, but you knew what was gonna happen. I knew what was gonna happen. Everyone knew what was gonna happen. You know, like, this is the most fucking classic shit.
What's crazy is I didn't see it happening this way. Because you know what normally happens in this situation is Tua's the one that throws the game.
Tua already usually he'd be fucking it up before he would even get to this point.
But, he had thrown 2 picks before we had gotten there, and everybody was like, maybe he got it out of his system. And then it's up to the defense to finish the game. Tua got us to the touchdown. He got fucking Darren Waller in the corner of the end zone. Don't know how the fuck he pulled that off with his CTE, but he did. And then,
Lucky to get points.
of course, when one thing works, another thing doesn't. Everybody on the defense all of a sudden just forgets how to tackle. Like, in that moment, 45 seconds, all of our tackle ratings get, like, nerfed for 30. Like, the unbelievable fucking... First off, the chunk run for, like, 40 fucking yards because nobody's looking for a run. I don't understand why. But the chunk run by Vidal for like 40 fucking yards was insane. But even then, they're outside the end zone. They burnt the timeout. They're outside the fucking field goal range. They're like well outside the field goal range. All you gotta do is get a couple stops. They get a sack. All right, cool. Straight. Sick. All right. Then, big fucking play time. It's a third down. We need one more stop. We have Chop Robinson in the backfield, and we have Jaden Phillips in this man's face, like with hands on him. And Jalen fucking Phillips can't sack Justin Herbert, just flies off of him, and then he lands the most perfect pass to Ladd McConkey to fucking seal our fate. Unfucking real defensive work in like 45 seconds. And then, if you thought this game couldn't end perfectly, on the last play of the game, Tua throws a pick.
Art.
Just, we started with a pick. We got to end with a pick. Amazing. Amazing work by the Dolphins, dude. They find new ways. Everybody had hope in that stadium. I saw it, and I was just like,
you dumb bastard.
Bro, I'll tell you this right now. All the people that came to my work after that game telling the same things. Like, we had hope for like 5 minutes. Just 5 measly minutes. And I'm just like, same old Dolphins.
Same old Dolphins. And in case anybody was wondering, that guy that saved the game, the one that shook off Jalen Phillips, we could have had that guy, man. Yeah, no. Moment of silence. Anyway, the only thing I will have to say about the Chargers, though, is this was way too close for comfort for a team that is god-awful. Get your shit together quickly, please. I know it was in Miami and all, but, like, that team's god-awful. You should have dotted them. This shouldn't have been a 2-point fucking heart attack in 45 seconds. Like, no way. Good on the resilience. Good on the fucking clutch playmaking. But, dude, so many mistakes. So many fucking dead drives on the Chargers. And you're just thinking, like, I came in here expecting to be mopped. What's going on? But, these are how these things shake out. As long as they get a win, they get a win. Cowboys 27, Panthers 30. The fantasy player... By the way, the fantasy player of the game of the Dolphin game was a chain, but we all knew that. Fantasy player of the game for this one was Rico Dowdle again, 34 points. 183 yards rushing, 4 receptions, 56 yards, and 1 touchdown. Just want to let you guys know that in 2 weeks, in 2 games, Rico Dowdle had almost 473 yards from scrimmage. That is an unheard of fucking number for a guy that was unheard of last year. You know what I'm saying? This guy was the backup in Dallas. Carolina, by the way, in case anybody's wondering, undefeated at home. That's a stat. And fantasy players that, have been living by Dallas is a safe bet. Not this year, dude. They're giving up 31 points per game. They're one of the worst defenses in fantasy right now. Insanely bad. Another thing that was insanely bad. Did you see that fucking god-awful fucking fumble by Dak in the 4th? Basically gave the game away.
Unfortunately.
Trash, dude. Trash.
I don't think you're catching on here. Dak's my QB1, man.
Oh.
I can't win. I can't win.
Oh my god. No. I'm sorry, dude. It's a hard knock life for you. Dude, you were having such a good year.
Last year.
All right.
Andy's team got fucking smited, bro. That shit's cursed. What happened?
The injury buzzsaw.
Yo. The curve right now. What's going on?
All right. In our first Monday night game, Bears 25 at Commanders 24.
All right, I'll be there.
This
Was
was a huge fuck.
I could be there in like.
Oh my god, dude! Huge game, huge game. I thought I saw Chicago up 16-3, and they were, I think, going into half at that score. I saw the lead get erased. I was like, "Oh no!" Right?
Like, I've
So
seen this before.
Right, and I'm thinking the same thing, because now that this is like close, it's a Chicago game, fucking Bears, you know. But for some fucking reason, Caleb Williams and his painted fingers was like, nah, you know what? Hold my dick real quick. I'm gonna make these plays. They get into the fucking field goal range. The last fucking 10 minutes of this game was worth every fucking second you spent on it. From crazy play after crazy play. But we get to fucking, you know, Caleb Williams getting the troops rallied. DeAndre Swift had a good game. He's actually a fantasy player of the game, 26 points. He had 108 yards rushing and 2 receptions for 67 yards and a touchdown. Great game for him. Real crazy that I get to say this, because I don't remember the last time I've ever said this, but the Bears won a close game.
Wow.
Unfucking real. They had every chance to bear this the fuck up. They did. But
They barely get away with it.
yeah,
They barely get away with it.
they barely get away with it. The crazy thing, dude, on the other side of the ball, Commanders, man, they were, whew, up until that fourth quarter, dude, like they were non-existent in the first half. I don't know what the fuck was going on. The offense was just not getting together. I know they're missing Scary Terry, so that does fucking fuck them up a little bit. But you know, Krosky Merritt wasn't doing anything in the first half, so they were playing from fucking behind real quick. Couldn't really control the game clock. A lot of fucking pressure on Jaden. I saw the Bears defense in the backfield a lot of pressure on Jaden, who did not, by the way, I know he had 3 touchdowns, did not have a really good game. It's nice to still see Zach Ertz getting touchdowns, but without Scary Terry, dude, the receiving core is bad. And that's not good. They're not very deep. Other than that, you know, just nice to see the Bears take one. They're 3-2. Commanders are 3-3 going into the next week. Interesting developments in that conference or in that division for the Bears. But let's get to the other Monday night game. The real Monday night game. Yes. Bills 14 and Falcons 24. Bijan Robinson had 36 points, 170 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, and 6 receptions for 68 yards. Josh Allen I've never seen a guy so fucking upset. Like, you ever seen Charles? You played League of Legends before, right?
Not really.
Oh fuck, man. Okay, let me try to explain this to you. In League, when you're getting your ass whooped, you're stuck in a game for 45 minutes. Like, you can't quit. Like, unless your whole 5-person team unanimously like votes to quit, which never happens because some guy's delusional always.
We can still make it.
Yeah. You have to suffer 45 minutes. I've never seen somebody have the same look on my face when I am going through this, but in a football game, and that was what Josh Allen was going through, dude. Like, get me the fuck out of here. I'm tired of this. Please end the game.
Oh.
Do we have to come back for halftime? Fuck this. I'm over it. Holy shit, dude. Nothing was working. I've never seen, like, divinely, nothing was fucking working for that.
Oh man, that game was so fucked from the beginning. It was great. And my favorite part, of course, is Brendan's like, "Oh, I hope the football gods give me a favor." And like immediately, the game's like, "Bro, it's happening. It's happening." Then you have the doubts because you're like, "Oh yeah, the Bills tend to give up the first drive sometimes, and then they just come back and beat the Bills." Not this time, baby. And they got so lucky the score wasn't even worse because Drake London was half a yard short from having a fucking halftime fucking touchdown in your face. That would have been the most disrespectful thing of all time.
Even then, dude, Bijan 238 yards from scrimmage.
The disrespect came at all levels.
How about Josh Tagovailoa ending the game with a pick?
Oh,
One of the worst picks I've ever seen him throw in my life.
He was so done, bro. He was like, next game, bro. We're on to Cincinnati.
There was another. Josh should have had 2 picks. There was another. I think it was like right before the half. He did this shovel pass for no fucking reason. And I was like, dude, where were you going with that? Like, he's trying to shovel pass the ball 15 yards upfield.
The problem is he has those habits because it usually works.
There was no one there.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, but he tries these shuffle passes thing because usually the end result is he makes the play. But what a fucking disaster!
What? Yeah, absolute fucking nightmare for the
Love
Bills.
to see it. Love to see it. 10 out of 10. I don't know. Oh yeah, we were watching wrestling, right?
Yeah, I was watching both. I was paying
close
to get.
Absolute cinema.
I was paying close attention to this game. Because at first I was like, because the Bills went up first quickly. I think by like 3. I kept looking up and I was like, dude, what is going on? Like, holy shit. Falcons, man. How do you go from like
Penix, remember the beginning of the season, or at least the beginning of the season, Penix looked like dog shit, and I'm like, here comes Kirko back.
Dude, last week they got fucking killed by the Panthers.
No, bro, the Panthers are legitimate. That's the thing,
They got killed by the Panthers, and then this week they go and they fucking beat the Bills. Like, what? This is what I mean, but we don't know what the fuck is going on in the NFL anymore. Like, I actually don't.
Yeah, only a handful of teams, where they're at.
By the way, they finally get a good game. Kyle Pitts, absolutely non-existent.
You know what I noticed is not on here? Wait, well, I guess it's in the score list, but we have Detroit and KC. That was a very surprising game too.
Yeah, it was. But
that's what kind of adds to the formula that we don't know shit because we thought KC was dead, and Detroit's on a roll, and then that happened.
All right, let's get to those scores. Stop me when we want to start talking about one. Denver 13, New York Jets 11.
Ha! London shit show.
Jets had negative 19 yards of passing.
That's a very Jet stat.
So, you viewer listening to this podcast right now threw for more yards on Sunday
the thing is that they were in London and they were doing their best English impression because over there it's football and you don't pass the ball in football. You play with your feet and you run a lot. So they decided, you know what, that's going to be the strategy for the game. So no passing allowed.
I don't know if I can give you that. Fucking, they had 76 yards of total offense. 3 hours of football. They had 76
They just ran
yards.
around with the ball, like they not in possession of the ball, just alongside the ball.
9 sacks. Denver had 9 fucking sacks. Insane game. New England 25, New Orleans 19. Let's take a stop on here real quick.
Yeah, that was way harder than it needed to be.
Yes.
I didn't quite understand that. I saw bits of that game, and it just seemed harder than it needed to be.
At some point, Saints were winning by like 2.
I don't know what that was about.
I will say this: saw a lot of the throws from Drake May. Man, that kid's gonna be good quickly.
He already is, buddy.
That kid's gonna be good and quickly, dude. He was making
Look,
darts.
the sooner you accept your new father, the better. Okay.
He was making darts, dude. He's fucking really solid in the pocket. Cleveland 9, Pittsburgh 23.
Hey guys, yeah, I didn't realize I was muted, but
Welcome back.
yeah, I was over here talking shit about the fucking the goddamn worst 2-minute drill I've ever seen in my fucking life. That
Which
was
one?
fucking terrible. On the Jets game.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knew what the fuck they were doing.
Gang.
Like, it was fucking disgusting. But on that note, I actually gotta go.
Oh.
All right, Andy.
What are you doing here? What's the program all about? No commitment to the show.
No, our commitment to my money.
Make the money, bud.
Exactly.
All right, bro.
We love you. We
Love you guys.
See you later.
See you.
All right. Seattle 20, Jacksonville 12. Sorry, Jaguars fans. As a matter of fact, I'm like super sorry because, like, dude, they saw 2 sacks. Or no. They had saw 6 sacks in that fucking game. By the way, in the Pittsburgh game, fucking Jalen Ramsey had 2 sacks. Nuts. Lot of sacks. By the way, a lot of field, like, this is a second week in a row we had a field goal block in the Bill game. We had a field goal block in the Bear game. Crazy. Rams 13, Baltimore 3.
The funny part is that, like, this is another one of those games where, like, it was harder than it needed to be. Like, obviously, we weren't expecting the Ravens to score anything, but, like, Baltimore was looking, the Rams were looking very sus, like, halfway through the game.
Well, you know who wasn't? The defense.
Yeah.
They had this goal line stand on Derrick Henry that I was just like, Derrick Henry? Hello?
Yeah, Derrick Henry, if you look at the fantasy numbers this year, it hasn't been fun for fantasy owners.
Like, I saw him get stuff, and I was like, Derrick?
Washed.
Do you know what your size is? That punch out from Jared Verse late in the game, that was fucking sick. They had that offense so fucked up. They pull Cooper Rush for fucking Snoop Huntley, which I don't know why Snoop wasn't the choice to begin with, because you would think Lamar light, but whatever. Did you catch the Kyron Williams catch?
I don't think so.
I've never seen a man get legal because his ass cheeks were in bounds.
Oh no, I definitely didn't see that then.
Dude, this guy was he had, I think, caught like a 40-yard bomb on the side, and the only thing in bounds was his ass. Like at first, the rest of his body ended up coming in bounds, but his ass was the reason why that catch was legal. So good job. Let's see. Tennessee 20 or Tennessee 10, Raiders 20, Cincinnati 18, Green Bay 27, San Francisco 19, Tampa Bay 30. Baker Mayfield. We might be talking about MVP with him, bro.
Dude, yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. There's no limit. And I can't help but laugh, man. Every time you hear news about Baker, every week I gotta think back. Fucking Cleveland. Fucking retards.
One of the funnest, if not the funnest team to watch in football is the Tampa Bay Bucks, and it's because quarterback under center is Baker the Dog Mayfield. And I mean, dude, holy shit. This guy doesn't know. This guy doesn't know. He claws for first. He runs people over for first. He stiff-arm motherfuckers for first. He doesn't care. Baker's winning the game. I don't understand how he won't be in the MVP race. It'll be a fucking absolute robbery. I honestly think Tampa Bay might be making a dark horse run. I know it's like really early to say that, but something tells me this team is going to be a scary team in December and January. Speaking of scary teams, Detroit 17, Kansas City 30.
Holy
They're
shit.
not.
You guys.
Hey, what's up, Cody? Welcome back to the program, Cody. How's the bear?
Yeah, he's fine. So,
Is he enjoying his win from after Monday night?
wait, what?
God damn you. Anyway, we all thought the Chiefs were still dead. We really did. We thought the Lions were good. We really did, but damn. Granted, lot of ref ball in that game. Lot of ref ball. But that ref ball was on both sides of the ball. So I can't really say, oh, the referees really won this for the Chiefs because, you know, the calls were on both sides, but they were numerous. That's scary to watch Detroit fall like this. That's scary. That's suspect, bro. We thought that they had figured that fucking defense out, and they got fucking dotted by baggage claim department. And now these guys they're about to get their receiving corps back. They already have Xavier Worthy. Rashee Rice comes back. This is a team that's loaded back up, dude. They're getting healthy at the right time. Kansas City Chiefs might still be a fucking problem, unfortunately. We'll see how this next couple of weeks goes, but
Can we do a division check after this to see how kind of where everyone's standing?
oh yeah, dude. As a matter of fact, let's.
Curious to see what the AFC West is like. I know where a couple divisions are at right now that we're gonna have to laugh at, but you know.
All right, NFL standings. So, in the East, in the AFC East,
Daddy's home.
the Patriots are up one, or they're number one over the Bills. They both have the same record at 4-2, but I think the Patriots own the tiebreaker there. Miami is in third with 1-5, and the Jets have not found their win yet, so they are in fourth. In the North, the Steelers are in complete control, 4-1. Bengals are number 2 at 2-4. Baltimore and Cleveland are
Just
three
like
and 4 at 1-5. The AFC South, interesting division. Colts have
Danny Dimes division.
the Colts have the lead at 5-1, but the Jaguars are second at 4-2. Then they have the Texans at 2-3 and the Titans at 1-5. Another interesting division, the AFC West, where the Chargers are 4-2 at number 1. The Broncos are 4-2 at number 2. The Chiefs are 3-3, and the Raiders are 2-4. The NFC East, the Eagles are still in the lead despite losing 2 straight, 4-2. Washington Commanders are 3-3, Cowboys are 2-3, and Giants are 2-4. The NFC North, interesting division right now. Mathematically speaking, the Packers are number 1 in the division at 3-1. The Lions are technically second place at 4-2. Minnesota is in third place at 3-2, and the Bears are in fourth at 3-2. This is the division to look into. In the South, the Bucks have a commanding lead at 5-1. The Falcons are second place 3-2, Carolina 3-3, and then Saints 1-5. And then in the NFC West, another very interesting division. The top 3 teams are all 4-2. They go San Francisco 49ers, Seattle Seahawks, Los Angeles Rams in that order, with the Cardinals pulling up the rear 2-4. The NFC West and the NFC East. Oh boy. And the AFC West, like, whoo. These divisions right now. Tough. Tough, especially, bro, that last one, Jesus fucking Christ. The one everybody's tied in, the NFC West. Oof. Oof. Although I will say this, I do expect the Niners to come up on top at the end of the season in that division. All right, let's get to the fantasy leaders before we go to our fantasy check. Top quarterback on the board was Patrick Mahomes at 31 points. Then you had Drake May at 27, Jackson Dart at 24, Indiana Jones at 23, and Jaden Daniels at 23. Bijan Robinson was the top back at 36, Rico Dotto at 34, Josh Jacobs at 32, Devon Achane at 31, and Cam Scatabo at 31. Wow, that's actually interesting. George Pickens was the top receiver with 32 points. Drake London had 32 points. Jackson Smith and Jigba at 30. Kayshawn Boutte had 26, and Jamar Chase, welcome back, 25 points. Dallas Goedert, huge game from him, 26 points. Trey McBride at 21. Tyler Warren at 18. Sam Laporta at 17. And Zach Ertz at 16. Rams defense was the top one, 19 points. Raiders 17. Broncos 13. Bucks 12. Seahawks 11. Fantasy losers. Cooper Rush had 0 points. Justin Fields had 5 points. Tyler Huntley had 7. Cam Ward 8. Matt Stafford 9. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet both shit the bed in Seattle, so they had 5 points. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt had 6. Isaiah Pacheco had 6, and Breece Hall had 6. Rashad Bateman had 2 points. Cortland Sutton 3. Deebo Samuel 5. Stephon Diggs 6. Khalil Shakir 6. Likely still sucks. He's got 3 points. Kyle Pitts, welcome back to hell. 5 points.
Right where you belong, buddy.
Hunter Henry 6 points. Jonnu Smith 6 points. Mark Andrews 7 points. Panthers had the worst defense with 0. 49ers 0. Browns 1. Eagles 1. Cardinals 2. Yay. With that,
we got some good fraud alerts.
well, hold on. Let's do the vibe check in the sleeper. Let's see what we got going on in our leagues right now.
I finally had my first loss, and I hate it. To a meme account.
I beat Brandon and the boys.
I mean, still, it's the league that doesn't count as much, but still, man, fucking to a meme account.
All right, let's get to the league. Scranton Big Tunas 3-3. I'm 2-4 now. I suck, dude. This team is fucking killing me.
Damn, commish. Oh, yeah, well, Saquon sucks now, yeah. AJ Brown will never catch a ball again. Yeah, your team's kind of cursed. Xavier Worthy might be an up and up.
Scooby took a fucking heartbreaker from Brandon. Pops is 5-1.
Love it. The meme teams are winning, baby.
Steve beat Connor. Reed got his free win. So Taylor got his free win.
I got a free win.
Oh shit! Yeah, you did. And Brendan fucking etched.
Can we look at a review? Let me see the breakdown of that game. Let's see. Okay, Tammy Darrell, Williams. Chase saved his ass, bro.
And the Raiders
defense. Oh my god! And look, Vidal
sitting on the 22.
Any running back. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I said this last week or the week before. If you have a running back on your roster and they are playing against the Miami Dolphins, start them. I don't care if you don't even know who they are. Start them. If they play for the opposite team and they run the ball, start them. They're gonna have Hall of Fame numbers. It's just like week after week after week, 3 points. You'd be dumb not to.
All right, let's go to fraud alerts. It's time.
Oh baby, it's time.
We have had enough.
We got an audience question.
Oh yeah.
I think at this point, Mike McDaniel has sat down with Tua and been like, "What the fuck, man?" Like, just looked him in his eyes, no emotion, just like he's dead inside, and was just like, "What?"
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because we wanted to talk about that during the Dolphin thing. Maybe would be my answer to your question at this point. At this point, probably, definitely.
Because of the players-only meetings and stuff, right? And all this.
Yes.
McDaniel's looking defeated. He's
looking
like
ghost.
Like he doesn't know where in his soul he can fix this, and he's not sure if it's them or if it's him. Like, I think he's in a little delusional crisis right now, where like he doesn't fucking know anymore. But like, do you think
that's another
what?
guy that's stuck in a league game and he can't get out? Like that's another guy that's just waiting for this shit to end.
He's like, I thought I was gonna make a career, but like, get me the fuck out of here! Like, this was his dream, and we killed his dream.
Yeah.
You know how when he came in here, he had this like cute story of a fucking thing that he wrote and then he framed, and it was like how many.
We're gonna do great things. Yeah, like
No, it was how many days he had since since his last drink, because he was like a recovering alcoholic.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
I guarantee you that fucking paper's burnt somewhere, dead, ashes, buried. I've never thought of, like, because there's no fucking way that he's not.
That's true.
So, with that, Tua had called out in the post game conference his teammates for not attending players only meetings. He said that the
Yeah,
team
'cause that's
needed.
gonna solve things.
He said that the team needed better commitment. And he was throwing people under the bus that some people don't come to meetings, some people come late. Their players only meetings being called by Tua, so I mean, it's Tua.
Yeah, I want to go, man. I'm tired.
McDaniel had to come out. All right, bro. McDaniel had to come out and basically run damage control, saying that Tua's just talking shit, which is crazy. I really wanted to say something about this because I've seen quarterbacks do this before, and none of them were good. Like, I haven't seen, like, there's two types of quarterbacks that are allowed to call their whole team out in a post game. Really, really good ones like Tom Brady are allowed to do that. There's really, really funny ones like, what's his name? Winston. If he chose to do that, I'd hear it out. But the ones that do it the most are the ones that shouldn't be. And it's the ones that suck. If Tua can't get his team to come to player only's meetings, that might be because they don't want to hear from Tua.
I don't want to hear from Tua no more, bro. It's fucking every week sickening.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's they don't respect you anymore. I personally, if I was on the team and I was told the Tua wanted me to come to a fucking other meeting, I'd be like, first throw 50 yards. I want you to take a ball and I want you to throw 50 yards and I'll go to the player meeting. And it has to be recorded. Like, I have to see it. It can't be no Kurt Hennig fucking promo where you just throw it and I want to see the whole trajectory of the ball, 50 yards in the air. And then I'll never be in a meeting. It's like the greatest safe place. Yeah, glad that we segued to that because I'd forgotten about that. Anyway, getting back to my fraud. There's been evidence for weeks, all right, that these guys have been fraudulent, and the bottom's falling out. I think it may have fell out this week. The passing game is fucking abysmal. The running game hasn't been much better. Guys, we're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. Their players across the board have been fucking terrible fantasy-wise. Like, absolutely bench everybody. At this point, the whole offense bench them. This whole damn organization's been relying on the tush push, and now it's become a habit, and now they're just getting their tushes pushed in by other teams. I know that this is like a 4-2 team. It is quite literally the weakest 4-2 team I've ever seen in my life. I mean, we had a Steelers team that was like 11-1 and should have never have been. We saw the Kansas City Chiefs last year. This is literally the worst 4-2 team I've ever seen in my life, ever. Don't know how they got there, but yeah, that's my fraud. That's my fraud for sure. I don't think the Eagles are going to be going back. I don't know if the Eagles will get into the playoffs at this rate. Yeah. All right, Charles, go ahead. You got it.
Are we going with frauds?
Yeah.
Okay, so I went a different approach, but kind of same energy. I've now seen enough. The Buffalo Bills are now fucking frauds, baby. I actually, and you can go back. Last week I was defending them. When they lost to the Patriots, I'm like, it's a division game, like whatever. It can happen. Like, but the Falcons? The fucking Falcons? What? Josh Allen looks like he didn't want to be there no more. Their fans don't want to go back into hiding at this rate. Holy shit. Y'all motherfuckers summoned down again. Why would you do that? Why would you let go of the reins of supremacy like this? Fucking fraudulent behavior. That's the only thing that can explain it. Holy shit. You know, I was really planning at the beginning of the season that I'd be talking about how fraudulent the Dolphins were week after week after week until you guys got bored of it. But the Bills said, get down, Mr. President, and have now in back-to-back weeks proven that they are fucking frauds. And you know what? The writing's been on the wall the entire time because, let's face it, what have they done the last couple of years? Nothing. Just be the kings of shit mountain. Like, that is all that they can. That is their entire claim to fame their last, like, fucking 5 years. Oh, yeah, we beat the Dolphins. Yeah. Dolphins suck. Congratulations. The Patriots rebuilding. And the Jets will. Well, they're the Jets. So, entire fan base be acting like they won a Super Bowl every single year and while they were getting clapped by Mahomes. And now, they're getting clapped by everybody, including the fucking Falcons, which is absolutely so many levels of hate. So yeah, enjoy it, Bills. I think your Super Bowl window is fucking closed. That's it. You'll still make the playoffs though. You'll still. I can't even say you'll be kings of shit mountain anymore because the Patriots are right.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Patriots are alive.
Patriots are there. Daddy's home, knocking on your door. So good luck with that. I don't have to worry about it. I'm a Dolphins fan. I know where I stand. I'm worrying about the next 20 years. Are we gonna fire? Are we firing McDaniel? How many yards into the sun are we sending Tua to? All this. That's my priorities. But you guys, y'all thought. Sad.
For start, sit, sleep, I'm starting Quinshawn Judkins. If you don't know who that is, I don't blame you. If you don't know who Quishon Judkins is, I don't blame you. It's okay. He's probably on a waiver somewhere, I'm sure. This is the Cleveland Browns starting running back going into the next week. And if you're wondering why the fuck would I be starting a Cleveland running back that I don't even know his name and I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, well, because that running back is the one that is going to be facing the Dolphins next week.
See? Genius move. Genius move. You don't even know who the fuck that guy is. Does it matter? No, because he's playing the Dolphins.
Exactly. The Dolphins absolutely fucking suck against the run. They are the worst run defense in the league. They let Rico Dowdle start fucking his career run on them. It's a bad team. Sit Eagles wide receivers. Just until further notice, Eagle wide receivers are fucking useless. Period. Don't waste any more games. I know how high you drafted AJ Brown. I do. I know. I did it too. But it's time. We can't take any more 5-point games from AJ Brown, bro. We can't do it. It's sit him. Sleeper. Bryce Young. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but he's been on a little bit of a heater. He's going up against quite possibly the best defense to go up against the New York Jets. So he's probably going to have a career day. Bryce Young, 19 points. Easy. You know how I know 19 points? Because that's what the Jets average 2 quarterbacks fantasy-wise over the third of the season we've played so far. They are absolutely fucking terrible at keeping a quarterback in check. And you know what? Bryce Young might actually break that average because he also can run the ball. So that helps. Yeah. There you go. Those are my start, sit, sleeps. Those are really genius moves. You can't go wrong with those moves.
I like all those moves. I'm going to add a little bit onto that. I had McConkey on the bench. I had given up for him a little bit. I was testing him out last week, and the week before that, kind of get a feel. But now with Quinton Johnson's injury, McConkey is back on the menu, boys. Start him back up. If you bench him, it's time to shine because wide receiver number 1 is back on the fucking table.
Remember the theme of the season: exciting whites.
Exciting whites. Now, this one's not an exciting white, but it could be very much exciting either way. Travion Henderson.
Oof.
He's been splitting carries, I know, with Ramondre Stevenson, so it's been a little bit of tough, rookie outbring. He's still hasn't been great games. I'm gonna leave him as your sleeper, a cautious sleeper. He's shown flashes. He's had 12, 13-point game, 12-point game, and the rest of them really have just been like 5 because they've been splitting. But they're playing Tennessee this week, and the Patriots are now at top of the division, so they're gonna want to keep their spot. I think they're gonna play hard, and let's see what happens. I think there's a potential there. Get at least like 15 points out of him, and a good flex option. So yeah, there's that. I was going to mention, also sit anybody on the Eagles, the Dolphins. Be cautious of any players that you start on the Dolphins.
Except the chain.
Chain, yeah. Other than that, just kind of be cautious. Anything can happen. The team fucking sucks. Let's see. Anybody to sit out, man? I'm looking at my UFA roster right now, and my entire bench wide receiving team I have 3 wide receivers on my bench, and they're all dead right now. I got Pearsall, who's dead. Mike Evans is dead. Quentin Johnson's dead. I think Evans might be coming back this week. Hopefully he'll practice this week, I see. So, just keep an eye out on that. I think it's worth starting him if he's able to play. But, if you want to be cautious and wait one more week and see how it pans out. On a sidetrack, I want to say I would shout out to George Pickens. He's been fucking balling. I love you. I did not expect when I put you back in the starting position that you'd be so fucking consistent, but Sleeper has him as the 4th best wide receiver right now. He got 31.8 in our league versus Carolina. They're playing Washington next.
I hate to be this guy, but I'm going to be this guy.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb comes back next week.
Nah, see, the thing is the chemistry now. He found his new love. It's okay. I want to keep picking starting, bro. He hasn't even...
I don't say... I would not pull him from a starting lineup just because of that.
He's been fucking on fire. Oh, George Pickens playing his way towards a major payday. That's right. Contract year. That's what you want your fucking start. You want them they're going to be playing. They're hungry. They're hungry players. So yeah, that's all I really got. Wow, look at poor. I'm looking right here because I played 0.
The only critique I have is the sleeper. The reason why I have that critique is I remember, and we're gonna have to start bullying Brendan. He can't be the champion and just miss the whole season. We're bullying him.
What is this? Yeah, what is this? This is very upsetting.
We're bullying him, but I do remember the resident Patriot fan always saying, "Do not trust New England running backs because they flip them by the week." So, whoever had the big game this week, next week it might be different. It might not. Their running back by committee is probably one of the most chaotic. Like, you either are going to get a really good game out of one of them, you might get a good game out of both of them if they're routing, or you're going to pick the wrong one. And it's a flip. But having said that, as it stands right now, the one thing that overtops that running back committee chaos, the one thing that would make it constant, is the Patriots do not like turnovers. And Ramondre has a fumbling issue. And this season right now, Trayvon Henderson has more points currently than Stevenson, even after Stevenson's big game last week. So there's that. There's a reason why Trayvon took number 1 over there, and it's because of that fumbling issue. So I do want to say that before I just shit all over the sleeper. Okay, let's get to our death note. Let's get to our last segment before we do our picks.
You're go home. You drunk someone from last week, so I don't know if you have a new one. I think 2 of these.
Oh shit! It's because I didn't write it.
Oh, okay. So it's in your head. Even better. Just get a little drunk.
Hold on, let me
Absorb
make sure.
that.
Let me double check it and let me make sure because I had it. I guess I just never wrote it when I wrote the episode down. But let me double check and make sure. Yeah. Hold on. Was it? No. Oh yeah. Okay, I did have I did have somebody in the death note. I can't believe I didn't write this because I guess I got fucking distracted at work. I did have it. There was somebody in the death note. There is a situation that played out this week that is going to affect the game that we wouldn't think would be affected. I am putting another AFC East team in the death note, and it is not the Bills. Cam Ward has a new coach, and it's probably an interim coach.
Which you know what happens with intern coaches, my friends.
Yeah, they don't do shit. Which means we get to see if Cam Ward really means what he says when he says shit to the media like, if I get to play the way I want to play, the league is fucked. Well, my friend, I am giving you the greatest faith. I think that when you have a coaching change in the middle of the season and fucking reins get pulled out of a quarterback, now you got fucking chaos. The Patriots are a fucking team that likes to plan. Chaos isn't something that they're really great with. They still got a rookie, or not rookie, sophomore. Or no, Drake's a rookie, right?
No, it's
sophomore. Sophomore.
Second, third year.
Yeah, I think he's a sophomore. Okay, they got a sophomore quarterback. The team's still young, you know. Vrabel just got there, and this is supposed to be the Vrabel revenge game. But I think Cam Ward is going to throw for 289 yards, 2 touchdowns with an 89 percentage rate and a fucking QBR over 96. I think Cam Ward's going to have a season game. Not a career game, a season game.
Okay. Let me get prepared here. Let me take a little drink here real quick, because it's a little far-fetched. All right, ladies and gentlemen. 1 p.m. slot. It's a shitball and no one wants to watch, but one that will be more interesting than you think. The Panthers are hot right now. 3-3. They might be undefeated at home, but they are very much defeated on the road. And this week, they play a team like no other. Team from New York that's not doing as hot as the other team in fake New York. These 2 New Jersey Titans are battling for love. And it's time the Jets give their fans that precious win they've been looking for all season so far. As they face the Carolina Panthers, unsuspecting Panthers. They're going to fly their Jets into these Panthers. And Justin Fields is going to finally look like a dual threat quarterback. Passing, slinging the ball, running, making plays, 3 touchdowns, 1 on the ground. Breece Hall is going to have 100 yards at least, looking all good. The Jets fans, Fireman Ed, they're all going to be fucking rocking their seats as the Jets get their first win of the season at the MetLife Stadium.
Yes.
Highest scoring game of the season for the Jets. They're going to look like a real team, but, Don't buy into it, but they will be in exciting. Any given Sunday, the Jets are gonna be the Jets.
Oh, you know what it is? I'm just looking at my notes. I didn't edit the header, but I did have my "Go Home, You're Drunk" written. I just didn't hit.
Oh yeah, I see Cam Ward. Yeah.
I like that one. I actually think that might actually happen.
I don't think so.
I think that might actually happen.
Maybe, but the Jets are still the Jets. They look like such shit.
It's the way you opened. We focused a lot on the Panthers at home, but the Panthers don't have a road win. So, and they're going to ACL claiming territory. So,
oh, bro, let me tell you. Oh my God, the ACLs are gonna pop left and right on the Panthers side, but not the Jets. The Jets are used to that turf. They got that home field. That's their home field advantage.
Rico Dotto, man, I pray for you.
You've been death noted.
Yes. All right. With that, let's get to. Let me pull out my phone.
Oh
here.
yeah, let me fuck up no pick'ems this week. I'm sure last week I did fucking ass. All these games don't make sense. I don't even care about pick'ems this year. Nothing makes sense.
I don't think I did good this week either. So let me see.
Oh, I'm tied for first somehow. Why? 11. What the fuck? Can we review? What the fuck did I get right?
You probably picked a lot of memes.
I bit the Broncos, the LA, the Colts, Chargers, the Patriots, the Steelers, the Raiders.
I dropped it. Well, I'm technically.
Oh, I picked the Falcons over the Bills! And I picked Chicago over Washington. Oh my God!
You're tied with fucking Talon for first. That's crazy.
Highway robbery. That was the go home you're drunk, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna hit that.
All right.
Oh shit!
All right. Good job.
Amazing. Back in it. Awesome.
All right, let's get to these picks. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Aaron Rodgers is hot. Oh my God! This is gonna be so. This is the Unk Bowl.
Yep, Flacco versus Rodgers.
Oh my God! Yes, another banger, bro. I'd give this one to Rodgers, but goddamn, I can't wait.
Rams, Jacksonville. No Puka Nacua in this game.
I'm going to go Jacksonville because these assholes just play better in London.
Oh my God, the game's in London. I'm picking Jacksonville. Holy shit, the game's in London.
Yes, sir.
Jags don't lose in London.
They're good in London for whatever reason. I just picked the Jags on this one.
Saints, Bears. I'm picking Bears.
I'm gonna pick safe here. Oh fuck, this is hard. Oh my God, Cleveland has the fucking
Dolphins at Browns.
What a shit show, bro. No way. I almost don't want to pick this one because I don't know. These are two factory of sadness up against each other.
I'm gonna pick the Dolphins.
I think I'm gonna cautiously pick the Dolphins just because.
The only thing that makes me worry about Dylan Gabriel, but so nobody. But the what makes me worry about this is Myles Garrett and our offensive line.
Hey, the best that can come out of this is. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying I'd rather see Mike White throw a football, you know? Like, be more entertained.
Vegas Chiefs in Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm going to give the Chiefs this one.
Eagles Vikings in Minnesota.
Shit.
Call me crazy. I'm picking Vikings.
I kind of want to pick the Vikings too.
Which means we have the Eagles losing 3 straight.
That's the only reason I'm hesitant of like, yeah, the Eagles losing 3 straight just doesn't seem like.
Well, they are a fraud.
They're a fraud.
So, there is that. Panthers, Jets.
I'm gonna give it.
I'm going to pick the Panthers. I'm not picking the fucking Jets, too. You can't have me pick the Jets. Listen, I understand. That was a really good speech you went on there, but it's the Jets, dude. Fuck. Patriots, Titans.
I mean, Patriots look good. Titans don't, but you got to think about that coaching change. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna stick with the Patriots.
Yeah, same.
Oh my god! Well, these games are all so hard to pick. Well, I guess it's in Denver.
Giants, Denver, and this is going to be the big fucking test to Jackson Dart. Because now he's got to go up against Pat Surtain. And this is in Denver.
These are all very hard to pick games.
How are the Giants' defense? Let me ask that. Because I saw Denver struggle against the Jets to score. Oh, man. All right, now you know what? I'm picking Denver.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so good. They're all games are so hard to pick. This week is hard.
Colts, Chargers.
Kinda not
Chargers
that
at
easy
home.
either.
Chargers at home. I'm picking the Colts, but
I picked the
Chargers
Colts
are at
too.
home. Packers, Cardinals. I'm picking the Packers. Cardinals.
Yeah,
don't
that's
have,
the only easy one there. Yeah, take the Packers.
Yeah, Packers don't have or the Cardinals don't have Kyler Murray. Kind of easy. Can you let me fucking pick it, please? Thanks. Washington, Dallas. In Dallas.
I'm gonna go with Dallas and Dallas, but it's another one. It's kind of like
I think I'm gonna stay with Washington there. It's Dallas at 4 p.m. when the sun's going right in that window. Falcons, Niners. Sunday Night Football in San Francisco.
Assuming San Francisco doesn't lose any more players between now and Sunday, I'm gonna still pick San Fran.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Ooh.
Falcons looking spicy. I know. Looking like a spicy chicken nugget.
They did just do that to the Bills.
They
man.
did just do that to the Bills. Yeah.
But then, but before that, they lost to the Panthers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't gauge shit. You don't know anything.
Oh my god! All right, now I gotta stay safe. Niners. Oh my god!
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Exactly.
shit!
Yep. It only
Oh shit!
Yep. Monday night gonna be fire.
Bucks, Lions. In Detroit. Pissed off Lions.
Yep. Versus
Bucks.
the magic of Baker Mayfield.
Baker fucking dog.
Yeah, like I
Mayfield.
can't even say like, oh yeah, the Lions are pissed, whatever. Like, oh, they're still playing Baker in the Bucks.
I might be picking Baker in the Bucks.
Yeah, that's what I did. I picked Baker, bro.
And they are not favored.
They are not favored at all.
They are like super not favored. Houston, Seattle, in Seattle.
Seattle.
How many points do you think that game's gonna have?
5. No, just kidding.
So I'm gonna put 35. All right, dude, we did it. Hopefully, Rico Dottle doesn't die in New York, because that's gonna suck for a lot of people if he does. Running backs on a fucking prime this year. All right, we're good. We did it. On to the next episode, man. Till then, have a good night. Good luck on the RuneScape.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, bro.
Night.
Night.